Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the Pala Pentasulia, home of Happy Casa Brindisi, and they are looking to make this place a happy house against PAOK, the Greek club. Both of these teams in Basketball Champions League Group D, both of them in need of help to reach the second stage of this competition. Both PAOK and Brindisi, 4 wins, 7 losses on the season coming into this game here tonight. And both desperately needing the 2 points for a win. Particularly after the earlier result, you see the Hungarians Falco Szombatay losing at home 83-79 to Besiktas. Besiktas up to 6-6, Falco down to 5-7. That does not help Brindisi in particular in terms of tiebreakers, as Brindisi plays Falco next week and will have a chance to improve their record vis-a-vis Szombatay, but they will now need Besiktas to come back to the pack a little bit now that they have a game-and-a-half lead, and both of those teams having split their earlier regular season meetings. You see the current standings, Besiktas up to 18 points, Falco on 17, a three-way logjam there at the moment on 18 points with Bonn and Zaragoza along with Besiktas. Dijon leading the field. Falco, Neptunas, PAOK and Brindisi, the bottom 4, trying to work their way up and in to the second stage of the BCL. Brindisi doing quite well in Liga A. They are 11-7 in the Italian league. They've won 4 of their last 5. PAOK only 5-11 on the season in the Greek Basketball League. There you see the PAOK lineup for this game today. Adam Smith, Bobby Brown, Aaron Best, Canadian, Shannon Shorter, and Twain Wiggins, cousin of NBAer Andrew Wiggins, among the foreign players in the PAOK lineup here. Most recent addition, Bobby Brown, who signed from Mornar Bar on the 2nd of January. Shannon Shorter also coming in from Korea on the 23rd of December. Clint Chapman also signing with PAOK on the 2nd of January, but he has not yet registered for the BCL. As you see the Brindisi squad, 6 Americans for them: Adrian Banks, John Brown, Kelvin Martin, Darius Thompson, the number 15, Tyler Stone, Dominique Sutton, the number 2 there, the newest player among those 6. He signed from San Pablo Burgos in Spain on the 12th of December. As you see Frank Vitucci, Francesco if you prefer, the Brindisi head coach since 2017, and the glasses there on the previous shots. PAOK, for their part, very strange season in the Greek Basketball League, the EKO Basket League. They have a plus points differential, but they're tied for bottom, tied for 12th with Colossus Rhodes and Eris. 5 wins and 11 losses. But they are one of only 6 teams in the Greek League with a positive points differential, so not getting the breaks laid on, it would appear. But they are loose, they are ready for this game tonight in this building, which has a capacity of 3,534 fans. This crowd still trickling in to the arena. See the PAOK players about to be introduced here. There is Adam Smith leading the players out toward the court. Adam Smith, new to PAOK this year from Basket Ravenna last year, so he's familiar with Italian basketball. Several players in the Greek squad have played in Italy in the past. Jesus Sarakopoulos, 6'11", big rebounder for PAOK. Their coach, Kostas Karolampidis, in his first year as a head coach after 3 years as an assistant and 4 years in his playing career with the club from Thessaloniki, the Black and Whites as they're known. And time to introduce the Brindisi starters. John Brown there, front and center. 2 players with the number 0 for Brindisi. Adrian Banks, 1-0. John Brown, 0-0. There's Dominique Sutton. And the rest coming through the gateway into the lane on the Brindisi end of the court. They will be in their powder blue uniforms. Just need to free that net there at their end of the court before we get this game properly underway. So again, just a reminder, both of these clubs coming into this game with 4 wins and 7 losses. PAOK actually with much the worse tiebreaker situation. They really need to win their last 3 games and get help from the teams around them. PAOK lost both of their games against Besiktas. They lost both of their games against Szombathely. Split their 2 with Neptunus, but with a -16 points differential. They did win the reverse fixture between these clubs 95-91. That was back on the 12th of November. Game in which Antoine Smith had 27 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for PAOK in the winning effort. Kelvin Martin leading Brindisi with 23 points. There you see our refereeing crew: Antonio Conde, the Spaniard; Zdravko Rucezic, the Montenegrin; and the Slovenian Blaz Zupancic. Holding their place as we get ready to bring the match basketball onto the court and get the opening tip-off in this game between Brindisi in their first Basketball Champions League and PAOK 3 times consecutively prior to this year, bowing out in the round of 16 in the BCL. Last year to their Greek compatriots AEK Athens, to Pinar Karşıyaka of Turkey in 2017-2018, and the year before that against Tenerife. Trying to go at least that far this season, but it looks a very tall order given the state of the group, but it is still possible. Besiktas has 2 games to go in the group, and if they lose both of them and PAOK win their last 3, they could still squeak through. Certainly looks like Dijon, Bonn, and Zaragoza are all but through. See the starting 5: Adam Smith, Choklis, Margaritis, first 3 on your list there. Frank Vitucci does tend to mix up his starting 5. Starters on Sunday against Virtus Roma in the Italian League were Banks, Brown, Martin, Thompson, and Stone on the All-American quintet. Now you see today it's Banks, Martin, Gaspardo, Thompson, and Stone. So Gaspardo coming in. Only his 4th start of this BCL season. Brindisi on a 2-game domestic winning streak, both in overtime. They defeated Virtus Roma 88-81 this past Sunday. The week before, won 93-92 at Cantu. PAOK coming off a 110-80 win over Ionikos on Saturday. Both of these clubs know how to pound the points down. They have both had some decent scoring streaks this year. Brindisi scored 88 points or more in each of their last 7 Basketball Champions League games. PAOK had scored 80 or more in 6 straight BCL games before losing 84-77 to Dijon last week. So defense might be at a premium in this game. And just to confirm, it's Best, Margaritis, Sadakopoulos, Smith, and Tsoklas, starting 5 for PAOK. And both clubs have taken the court. We are just about ready for the opening tip. Brindisi often wears white here in the Pala Ilio, as the Pala Pentasulia is also called sometimes. But PAOK likes to wear the black unis, so Brindisi able to wear their baby blues, and we are all set to get underway in this crucial Group D encounter for both Happy Casa Brindisi and PAOK of Greece. The opening tip is won by the Greeks, and here we go. Apollon Tsoklas front court starting things off. Good movement underneath. Margaritis kicks off. The little floater in the lane, no. Rebound pulled down by Brindisi as their crowd starts to make some noise. Banks outside. Nicely reversed and in for the layup. First 2 points of the game for Tyler Stone and Brindisi. Sadakopoulos to Best. Open look for Tsoklas, but whistle underneath. And the first foul of the game will go against Vangelis Margaritis. See him spinning for position. Rather, it was Zizis Sadakopoulos, I think, committing the personal foul. So Brindisi a chance to add to the early lead here. Banks running the show outside. Driving the lane was rather wild by Darius Thompson. Last year's Dutch MVP in the Netherlands DBL with ZZ Leiden. There's a three-point look, drained. Apollon Tsoklas opens a scoring for PAOK, and they have their first lead of the night. Banks loses out as he drove the lane. Other end, contact drawn, but not the bucket. I think the foul on Thompson. As Aaron Best, the Canadian, played in the World Cup qualifying campaign for Canada prior to the 2017 tournament. Averaged only 6.5 points in the BCL last year with Ludwigsburg, but over 10 points per game this year. As referees going to the monitors for the first time tonight. Let's take a look what this is here. The drive, contact drawn. I'm going to see if it's flagrant possibly. I'm not sure. Aaron Best, 70% free throw shooter in his career, but only 52% in the BCL this season. You see the stroke as well from Tsoklas. It was the question of whether the foot was on the line, and there you see it is, so that'll just be a two-pointer. That's what they've been checking. Nothing to do with the offensive play on the current possession. So PAOK hasn't led the game yet. It's 2 apiece. And finally, Best will go to the line to shoot a pair. Well, that's a sign of why he might be shooting only 52% from the line this year. Does get the second, and so now PAOK in front 3-2. Off the screen comes Kelvin Martin. Now Banks. This is Tyler Stone. 6 on the shot clock as he comes outside the arc. Tough 20-footer is long. Rebound snatched by Sadakopoulos. Averaging 5 rebounds a game is the 6'11" Greek, Sadakopoulos. In this year's BCL. Soklas comes back to Aaron Best. Drives, has position, and nice running shot off the glass. PAOK in front by 3. The other way, it's Stone. Pulls up at the elbow, kicks outside. Martin the dish. Nice screen set by Gaspardo. And the pull up from 12 feet, no good. Rebound taken by Smith. Adam Smith, a long three-pointer, swish. Adam Smith, the invisible hand, as some of his teammates and journalists call him. And one for Brindisi. Inside Martin. New to the club from Virtus Bologna in the offseason. He was fouled on his way up by Soklas. So chance for the three-point play for Kelvin Martin. Averaging 9.5 points per game in the BCL, and gets number 3 to go down. So the PAOK lead is 3, just over 3 minutes into this contest. Best to Soklas. Nice little pick and roll. Good ball movement and the reverse lay-in by Vangelis Margaritas. Kick by Banks. A three-pointer is in. Brindisi responding through Tyler Stone. Stone, one of only 3 players in BCL history to score 30 or more points, 5 or more rebounds, and 5 or more assists in a game. He did that in Brindisi's loss at Bonn earlier this year. That's a great look by Sotakopoulos outside, and Best drains the 3. Banks behind the back. Stone from distance. Gets the roll. Or the bounce, rather, off the back iron. Brindisi back within 2. See plenty of good passing in this game already from PAOK as Soklas kicks. Another long 3 there. That time no good. Rebound Stone. Looking inside. Gets it back, shoots for 3 again, but that's well off. Rebound Best. Soklas. In his 7th season with PAOK, Soklas. Outside Margelis for 3, yes. Margaritas. Vangelis Margaritas, 37-year-old with the tray. And PAOK up to their free scoring ways again. 16 points already, not yet at the halfway mark of the first quarter.
That's a switch. But we gotta be more aggressive, huh? They're shooting 3 points, no contested. Before it's a switch. Come on, huh?
On the single man side, so even if it's the 5 down there, you really gotta switch.
Switch hit one time.
It's on the single man side.
Yeah. Well, they're coming from like our L. The screen here. All right. Let's try to first of all to keep him on his left. Okay, the most we can. So if he's attacking, we switch on the top and we switch out. Okay, triple switch. All right, stop the triple drive here. Switch with the 5 and switch out because they are passing the short roll pass. Very nice day. 3, 1, 2, 3.
And early talking to for Brindisi by Frank Vitucci. Brindisi has conceded more than 90 points in 7 of their last 9 BCL games. Their only win among those 7 on the 17th of December against Falco Sombate, 98-92. And PAOK very much on the warpath in the first half of this first quarter. As into the game comes Antoine Wiggins. And this is Rafael Gaspardo, forward for the Italian club. Banks the skip pass. Here's Gaspardo far side. Pulls up from 15 feet, short. Smith and Soklas up top for the Greek club. There is Smith. Twice with 31 points in BCL games this year. As Wiggins drawing the foul on the baseline. Wiggins, who has a 57.5% field goal percentage this year, but from the free throw line, rather less impressive as he misses the first. Career 54.5% free throw shooter, Antoine Wiggins. And it gets 1 of 2 here. The PAOK lead is 6. 4.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Banks. Good dish and the stuff by Gaspardo. First bucket of the game for Rafael Gaspardo. Attempted penetration and the bucket by Sarakopoulos. Seemed to be checked in the paint. Regrouped and scored, and PAOK's lead is again 6, and foul on the perimeter against PAOK. Banks drawing the contact apparently from Sarakopoulos, who with the switch defense. He will now check out with 2 personal fouls. Into the game comes the Bahama native, Zane Knowles. Knowles spent his last 2 seasons in the French second division. That 3-point effort is short, and rebound plucked down by Zane Knowles, who had 12 rebounds for PAOK against Neptunus in their 86-80 win on the road on the 7th of January. Knowles sets the high screen. It's Soklas. Dish inside to Wiggins. 5 on the shot clock. If he turns around the one-hander, no. Rebound off of Knowles. And it'll be Brindisi basketball. Tyler Stone checking out for Brindisi. Smith departing in favor of Shannon Shorter, his first action in this game for the Greeks. Thompson starting this possession off, and the move inside and the bucket picked up by Adrian Banks. That's his first points of the night. The PAOK lead is 4. Soklas pulls up for 3, misses, and underneath, hold called against Tyler Stone. Soklas checks out for the first time in this game. Wiggins, after the quick blow, back in. Wiggins takes the inbounds pass. And nearly a steal there, as Shorter almost had the ball taken away from him. Only 9 on the shot clock. Out at half court, Bobby Brown inbounding, the former NBA player. Shorter needs to be aware, only 4 on the shot clock, pulls up for 3, yes! Shannon Shorter announcing his presence in only his third BCL game for PAOK after joining from the Incheon Land Elephants, the Korean club. Rebound pulled down by Wiggins here for PAOK off the Brindisi miss. Shorter, listed as a shooting guard, but likes to handle the ball as well. He pulls up from 16 feet, got it. PAOK shooting lights out right now. 9 points, the biggest lead of the contest for the club from Thessaloniki. 3-point look from Yuris Ikanji misses. Bobby Brown front court. Former for Siena back in 2012-2013, Bobby Brown. Shorter now, 4 on the shot clock. You're in. Tough shooting, but good shooting by Shannon Shorter. Into the paint, all alone. Darius Thompson showing his scoring prowess. Dutch scoring leader last year, Thompson, in his first professional season. Good pick and roll, but Knowles, oh, what a look! Knowles seemed to be out of control, but he found Wiggins under the basket, and PAOK, 11 points now the margin. Last 24 seconds of the quarter. Long three-pointer goes in. Big basket that for Brindisi. Scored by Darius Thompson. He now has 5 to lead all Brindisi scores, apart from Tyler Stone, who has 8. And a quick timeout for PAOK. Set up the final possession of this opening quarter.
Adam, go inside for him. You play the phone. Okay. Look at me. Feast. Adam, you are here. Okay. You are there. After the down screen to him on 10 seconds, you are coming, but you said screen on elbow. Okay, so we'll have space. Yes, and you go corner. Screen on elbow. Try to attack. Short roll at the same moment. Flare screen. Okay, first option. That's Adam. Okay, and you are here. No, opposite. You are here. You are here. Okay, you are here. Okay, on 10 seconds. On 10 seconds. Go.
So just about ready to get back here for the final possession, probably, of the first quarter. Kostas Karolampidis wearing the glasses here in this game as they will bring the ball front court. 15 seconds to go. Bobby Brown. He'll drive the paint, kick near corner for the 3. Got it! Shannon Shorter ending a brilliant opening quarter for PAOK Thessaloniki. 11 points the margin, 31-20. Another offensive explosion against Happy Casa Brindisi after the first 10 minutes of this game. PAOK has conceded 80 or more points in 8 of their last 9 games in the BCL. But Brindisi, at the moment, struggling more with the defense. You see the shooting percentages for PAOK. Amazingly, 12 of 16 from the field. Only struggling from the free throw line. Brindisi had been nearly 55% from the field in their BCL games prior to this one, and they're pretty close to that pace as well. But PAOK shooting lights out. Shannon Shorter already into double figures. 4 for 4 from the field, 2 of them from 3. He's got 10. Adam Smith with 6. Evangelos Margaritas with 5. For Brindisi, it's Tyler Stone with 8. Darius Thompson with 5. And Kelvin Martin with 3 on his earlier three-point play. But plenty of work to be done. PAOK out rebounding Brindisi 8-3 in this game as well. That doesn't help. We look at some of the highlights from this first quarter. Shannon Shorter averaging nearly 18 points per game in his professional career outside of North America. Averaging 18 a game in his 4 Greek League games this season since his move from Korea. And back we go with Brindisi looking for the early 3 and not getting it. PAOK looking to build on the momentum they sustained in the first quarter. Best to Bobby Brown. 8 on the shot clock. Brown wants to shoot, but picks to Shorter. He'll need to fire. Tough shot from 17 feet. He misses. Rebound, though, snatched by Sartakopoulos. And outside for 3. No. Could be a good possession here, as losing the handle was Martin driving. But Brindisi does well to retain possession. Inside at the rim, finished by John Brown. Brown finally on the score sheets. Strip going up was Shorter. Martin. And a foul by Aaron Best. His first foul of the night. Very aggressive defense on Tyler Stone, who's checked back in for the second quarter for Brindisi. Now the giveaway by Martin, and front court Shorter dishes back, and the stuff flushed down by Wiggins. Very unselfish play there from Shannon Shorter. PAOK's lead is again double figures. Martin pulls up from 16. No. Very nicely won that rebound by John Brown. And then the 3 in from Stone. Big shot for him. He gets into double figures. Stone with 11 to lead all scorers. Shorter with 10 for PAOK. Is inside the steal. Sloppy fast break here, but the transition might pay off. Doesn't, though. Somehow Brindisi keeps it alive. The three-point bucket is in. And just like that, on the tray from Alessandro Zanelli, the PAOK lead is only 5, and a timeout taken by Kostas Karalampidis.
Offensive rebound. Stay solid. Y'all getting the first stop.
Go inside for him.
Guys, can we have one loose ball? Can we get one loose ball? Let's fall down, transition, fall down. Hey, we play 31 with back pick. 31, the pass you go in and out. 5 men is coming. Andy, stand up. You are coming inside. Leave to the other side. Beat your all. Sleep the screen. Okay, 31 with back screen.
So a nice little run here for Brindisi. 6 points in a row to drag them back into this contest. As Brown finds Shorter. He's being hounded on the perimeter. But the open look has found and not converted. Here comes Zanelli. Good position inside by Martin, but the pass was horrendous. And Shorter now in the paint and finishes. Good work, Shannon Shorter. Up to 12 in this game. Breaks that 6-0 run, but short on the attempted finish at the rim. Then the steal at the other end, and guess who's still wide open? No problems there for Kelvin Martin after missing the first time of asking. Martin now with 5. Shorter into the paint, the floater, yes. Shannon Shorter had only 10 points against Dijon and 8 points against Neptunus in his other 2 BCL games for PAOK, but here he is already well into double figures as Martin misses that tricky little effort from the edge of the paint. And that must be an offensive foul, and is, against Wiggins. Excellent defensive positioning. Look at, I thought Zanelli had set himself a little bit sooner than that, but Wiggins out of control. Zanelli had the right to stand his ground there, even if he was leaning forward a little bit. So Wiggins out, Sartokopoulos in. See all those bench points for PAOK as the three-pointer missed by Luca Capogrande into the game. Smith just about finds Brown. Frees himself for the 24-footer, swish! Bobby Brown from downtown. Lead is back to double figures. Good finish there, though, by John Brown. Other end, Bobby Brown for 3, yes. Browntown, you might say. That time, John Brown failing on his trip into the paint. And hand check outside on Bobby Brown. Namesakes galore in this game. Bobby Brown, Adam Smith, 2 famous names for PAOK. John Brown. You know that there are literally 155 people named John Brown in Wikipedia. The abolitionist, famously, who led a slavery raid in Harper's Ferry, Virginia back in 1859. The servant of Queen Victoria, played by Billy Connolly in The Queen, that movie, and 42 politicians, 41 sportsmen, including John Brown, the basketball player here. As Brindisi's taking time out, let's listen.
Okay? Hey, non serve che lo comandi, ok? Prendilo un po' più indietro, in maniera che non ti scappi via. Se ti scappa via, dopo il campo aperto. All right? So, here, when they dribble down like this, Darius, keep you on the side, okay? A screening. Right, hey, Alo, we gotta be ready to ice also in transition because they're using right aggressive to shoot the ball from 3 points. Okay, we cannot accept in the paint. Everybody's in the paint. Everybody's in the paint. Come on, guys, together. 1, 2, 3.
Just to return to the namesake conversation, Kelvin Martin shares his name with a former Super Bowl winning wide receiver with the Dallas Cowboys. And Tyler Stone, if you're into the Marvel comic universe, might know him as one of Spider-Man's enemies in the Spider-Man 2099 series. And believe it or not, his mother is named Sharon Stone. It's really happening everywhere in that regard for both teams. All the American players. As Shorter's passed outside. Look at that three from distance, and it comes up way short by Bobby Brown. Not the former R&B artist, husband of Whitney Houston. It's near side, Luca Campagrande for 3. He's drained 2 of his 3 three-point looks tonight. Can PAOK respond? No, they cannot. Rebound was by John Brown. Brindisi back with an 8. Thompson's pass far side. Campagrande bumped on the perimeter. Tough shot was long. Brindisi wants a foul, not getting one. Smith hesitates, kicks. Margaritas gives the ball away. And fast break here, coast to coast, converted by Tyler Stone. So he has 13 points. The PAOK lead is only 6. Closest it's been in a while. With 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Smith, tough shot, no. Not a patient offensive possession there for the Greeks. And a 3 at the other end, yes! Campagrande, who had 16 against Besiktas back on game day 4. And is starting to pile up the points here as in the paint, drawing contact, Bobby Brown, he goes down. Foul by John Brown. And definitely made contact with the arm. So Bobby Brown, a 83% free throw shooter in his long international career. Former Sacramento King, Minnesota Timberwolves, Los Angeles Clipper, New Orleans Pelican, and Houston Rocket. Played his college ball at Cal State Fullerton. 2-time All Big West Conference first team player. And gets that second free throw to go as well. So PAOK back up by 5. Just stemming the tide that was flowing against them for a while. But Brindisi will be much happier now than they have been for most of this game. They will keep the ball on the inbounds. other game in this group right now. Basket Zaragoza leading Dijon 43-31 on the road. That game approaching halftime just like this one. That leaning three is missed. Rebound taken by Tsoklis. Back in the game for PAOK. Good dish by Tsoklis into the lane, and scoring is Sadakopoulos. Averaging only just over 5 points per game in the BCL this year, Sadakopoulos. And Brown inside, kicks, the three, got it! And it's the hot shooter, Casagrande again. He's got 12, 4 of 5 from outside. I think one of those threes might have been taken away from him. I'm seeing actually 9 points for Casagrande on the score sheet right now. But still, the lead is only 4. Has been as high as 11 in this game on 5 separate occasions for PAOK. Inside the final minute of the first half. Smith from 20, no. Casagrande another rebound. There he's in the corner again for 3. No, this time maybe pushing his luck once too many. And Best gets the foul and the hoop. Just what the doctor ordered for PAOK. As Best getting the better of Kelvin Martin. First time into the game, Dimitris Karamanolis, very much a bit part player in the PAOK squad. And the three-point play is converted. And PAOK in front by 7. And Dizzy could have gone possibly 2 for 1 here at the end of the half, but instead just into the normal flow. Martin. Good dish, and the finish flushed down by Stone. Great off-the-ball movement by Stone as PAOK can play for the last shot of this first half. Three-pointer for Best is in. Great finish to a very good half for PAOK Thessaloniki. 53-45, an offensive juggernaut performance by the club that scored 110 on Saturday in their domestic league. And the crowd in the Paola Pentasulia won't be best pleased at Brindisi's continued struggling in the Basketball Champions League. Doing very well in Serie A in Italy, rather less so in the BCL. As PAOK looking for a bit of a miracle to stay alive in the BCL. They have the halftime advantage by 8 points over happy Casa Brindisi. Take a look at the stat sheets. Still amazing shooting. 20 of 31 for PAOK on the game. Brindisi well over 50% as well. Rebound advantage very strong in PAOK's favor. Only 3 offensive rebounds between the two clubs tonight. Brindisi the more assists. And there's the list at the top. Scores, Tyler Stone leading all scorers with 15. Shorter and Best both in double digits for the Greeks. As we look at some of the first half highlights, John Brown at the rim. He's had a decent game thus far. 4 points on 2 of 3 shooting. couple of rebounds as well. Darius Thompson hasn't quite gotten into the flow in this game. Only 5 points for him. Averaging nearly 13 in the BCL this season. But really, the star turns on the box score mostly for PAOK. Despite the odd heroics from Narton and others for Brindisi. Shorter with 14. Just the one rebound for him. Soflas only 2 points but 3 assists. Best 12 points, 4 boards, and a steal for PAOK. Bobby Brown 8 points. 2 of 3 from 3 is Bobby Brown. Not that many turnovers in this game. In fact, nobody on either team with more than a single turnover. Despite that, steal and score by Tyler Stone down the length of the court. Stone, who had the game-winning tip-in at the buzzer against Bonn in the second round of games in this year's BCL. Just a few more highlights. That little finger roll there from Vangelis Margaritis. Don't forget Luca Capogrande. He does officially have 9 points in only 7 minutes in that first half. 3 for 5 from behind the arc. For the most part, it's been a really well-played game. And although Brindisi have had their moments, it's PAOK who have the 8-point lead at halftime, 53-45 against happy Casa Brindisi. We'll take a quick break and be back with you for the start of this second half.
Rippin on Jai. Oh, and a putback jam. In the corner. Steps back, makes a full low, but nothing but net. Well, that is surely got to be a top 5 player in the Champions League.
Damien English not able to score. They pass ahead. Oh, what a slam by Foster. Big time play. Corbin says, I see ya. Throw down off the alley-oop for Chris Dow. He is starting to really have a positive impact for this team.
Double hand spike. And now in the race is Crawford with the two-handed jam at the other end. Agiel with the big rejection.
Goodness gracious, what a great game he's having.
Tas in their own time, just trying to. Oh! The Kissick exploded and threw it down.
Dangerous pass. Well, they give it the baseline, and Silas goes in. He gets rejected by Pearl. Pearl defensively tonight has a couple of swats, and that one was right out of the top drawer. And the lane goes, you gotta be kidding me. Retin over Sohan winning the lane, and he dunks over the entire Manaba. Pavic on a poster. You gotta love it. Well, Retin over Sohan has put on a show this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Wrote left hand with a crushing dunk all over Hapoel Jerusalem right there. Just out of nothing, he took off and threw it down.
Some highlights from Basketball Champions League action in last week's series of games. Only 2 more regular season games for each club after this week's action. This contest, one of 5 currently ongoing in the BCL, and the Vltavek trailing Antwerp Giants on the road by 10 points in Group B. Group C, VF Riga trailing by 27 on the road at Bamberg. Bamberg trying to squeak their way up into the top 4 in that group. Other game here in Group D, Zaragoza with the 11-point lead on the road at Dijon. That could just about see Zaragoza through to the second stage and join them atop Group D with the French club. And Hapoel Holon leading Manresa on the road 36-31. 5th place team in Group A over the 3rd place team in Group A. Final scores tonight: Bandirma 82, Vechta 70 in Group A. Peristeri defeating Mornar Bar in Group D 72-67. That might put paid to Mornar Bar's chances of advancing. Lietkabelis winning on the road at Torun 85-81. It's been a torrid season for Torun. Bottom of Group A. And the other key game here in Group D, Besiktas going on the road, winning in Hungary at Szombathely 83-79. As the 2 teams back out for warm-ups here prior to the start of the second half. The 3-point shooting in this game for PAOK has been nothing short of exemplary. They're shooting at 57.1% from 3 in this game. Dijon shot 61.9% from 3-point land against Brindisi on the 8th of January. That was the highest percentage for any club in the BCL this season. And right now, PAOK is giving Dijon a run for their money from distance. Trying to achieve that milestone here. So Tyler Stone, 6 of 8 from the field himself. He's going to have to try and rally the troops here and keep Brindisi alive in this year's Basketball Champions League. They wouldn't be mathematically eliminated with a loss tonight, I don't think. But they would really be hoping against hope for help from other clubs. They would certainly need Besiktas to lose twice. Finish at 6 and 8, which is the best that Brindisi could finish. They'd also need PAOK to lose, Neptunus to lose, and Sombate to lose as well. So PAOK, for their part, if they lose tonight, they will effectively be eliminated because of their tiebreak status relative to the other clubs here in the bottom half, or near the bottom half of BCL Group D. So the stakes are high, as in fact has the offensive flow in this game, Ben. Brindisi lost their previous game in the BCL 96-67 at Besiktas. But before that, they have piled up the points. And PAOK, very much similar fashion. PAOK had lost their first 4 games in this season's BCL before winning 3 in a row, home to Brindisi and Zaragoza, and then on the road at Bonn. Very nice win, given how well Bonn has played in this season's Basketball Champions League. But they've lost 3 of their last 4, and Brindisi, for their part, on a 3-game losing streak. Only lost once here at home in the Paola Pentasulia. But that was their most recent game against Dijon 2 weeks ago. As we get back underway, Brindisi must rally from an 8-point halftime deficit to realistically stay alive in their quest to reach the second stage of this season's Basketball Champions League. PAOK will get the ball to start this 3rd quarter. Adam Smith waiting to inbound. See Zizis Sarakopoulos just making sure he's fully warmed up and ready to rumble here in the second half. And finally, everyone's ready, and we are back in business with Apollon Soklas starting this possession. Nicely inside, good pass by Margaritis to find Aaron Best cutting to the hoop. And just like that, PAOK's lead is double figures again. It's never been more than 11. It has been 11 on quite a few occasions. So that ball out of play, and quick hands by Margaritis, the 37-year-old Greek League All-Star as recently as the 2017-2018 season, Margaritis. And the finger roll in the lane, scored by John Brown. So Brown has 6. Behind the back from Soklas. plenty of travel outside the perimeter, and the ball trickling away from Tadakopoulos. Fast break chance here. Good movement to find Campo Grande, but he misses from 3. Rebound tipped out, though. Another look from distance. That also misses. This time the rebound does not favor the shooter. PAOK coming front court, looking to restore their 10-point lead. Maybe 11 if this 3 goes, and it does for Adam Smith. Smith averaged 24 points per game with Ravenna last year in Liga 2, the Italian second division. That shot from the elbow goes down for Adrian Banks. Only 4 for Banks in this game. Looking for more from him in the second half. A Sokla strip going up. And wide open. Easy lay-in. Put down by Banks, so 4 quick points for the former Arkansas State player in the Sun Belt Conference in the NCAA American basketball system. As Best pulls up, and it misses long. So Brindisi can trim this PAOK lead again. That's an offensive foul. Good defensive position, and Stone out of control. That was easily won by Margaritas for PAOK. And so Stone with his second personal foul of this game. Was nearly over and back against PAOK, but uncalled against Adam Smith. He stutter steps. In the paint, there's contact on the floor. Tadakopoulos draws the foul. PAOK will retain possession. See the bump there by Brown, John Brown that is. Margaritas loses out, and front court for the stuff goes Brown. And this crowd in the Palaelio starting to feel it a bit, as Brindisi back within 5. Brown takes off. A player that Jay Billis, ESPN's great college basketball analyst, once called the best dunker in college basketball. If you listen to PAOK on the timeout.
Hey, this 5 elevator. Set the down screen. Adam, you set the down screen. Sis is coming. Okay, try to see this pass. For Adam.
Hey, guys, let's go, let's go.
Brindisi, a couple of high-flying dunkers in their squad. John Brown showing his stuff there. Dominic Sutton, who we haven't seen really tonight, won the slam dunk title at the 2013 G League Showcase. Sort of all-star weekend, as that tricky shot from Smith won't go. And Brindisi just starting to knock on the Greek door here. Cut to the hoop, and the foul drawn by Brindisi. baseline. The foul drawn by Darius Thompson. 79% career free throw shooter Thompson. That's the first to go. The second, but quickly into the paint to get his own rebound, but what's the call here? Frank Vitucci's happy, even though the ruling was that Thompson's foot was on the baseline. So PAOK, 4-point lead and the ball. Ooh, and the possible steal by Thompson negated by a foul call. The crowd doesn't like that one bit. Here in Apulia, the Italian region on the boot of the Italian peninsula. Northern part of that boot heel. Near the shores of the Adriatic, this building. And a hearty Italian cheer for our refereeing crew at the moment. Not sure what the conference is about here. It certainly looked like decent defense from Darius Thompson. Player with an interesting American collegiate career. He spent a year with the Tennessee Volunteers, then transferred to Virginia, the Cavaliers. Finished his career at Western Kentucky. Final year with the Hilltoppers. There's another bump on the ground. Goes against Brindisi. And a technical foul called against Francesco Vitucci. Brindisi players reacting very well to that technical foul call, keeping their level heads. As Soklas checks out. Free throws taken by Smith and drained. So Brindisi now in the penalty. And still 6.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Tough shot there, no for Smith. Rebound Campo Grande. Back into the game, trying to add maybe to his three-point shot collection tonight. Instead, good pass and then not finished at the rim. Rebound, the foul is drawn by John Brown, who can't believe that he didn't score that bunny off a great dish. Didn't know whether to slam it or lay it up and in. And very fortunate in the end to go to the line. John Brown will be celebrating his 28th birthday next Tuesday when Brindisi plays Sambatè. Certainly hoping that game will be meaningful for his club. So he goes to the line for two and misses the first. Brown shooting well under 50% from the line in the BCL coming into this game this season. Makes one of two here. So the PAOK lead is 4. They have led this game since it was 3-2 back in the first quarter. Bobby Brown goes down and fumbles the ball, not picked up cleanly, but the push off on best, surely. As John Brown starting to get really animated. That was definitely arms extended by the Canadian best. John Brown's got to stay a little bit more disciplined. I fear that the edge is kind of behind him now in this game. Just needs to stay controlled. Is in the lane. The roll goes down for Tyler Stone. Lead is only 2 for PAOK. As the finger roll missed, but the foul drawn by Evangelos Margaritis. The old man of PAOK, Margaritis, in his 8th year with the Greek club. This is his 298th game with PAOK. Played World Cup qualifiers for Greece prior to the 2017 tournament. Gets this first free throw up and in. And gets them both down. So the lead is 4 with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Zanelli into the game. Brought the ball front court for Brindisi. Now Zanelli drives, dishes, and another foul inside, this time by Antoine Wiggins against John Brown. Wiggins a bit late to the party in the paint. Brown, a career 65% free throw shooter, despite his struggles this year in the BCL. Played his college ball at High Point, a Methodist University, North Carolina, between Greensboro and Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem's where Wake Forest University is located. This time Brown gets the first from the charity stripe. And gets the second as well. So again, the Greek lead is only 2. Bobby Brown front court for PAOK. Satakopoulos back to Brown, only 7 on the shot clock from outside. Pulls up for 25 feet. Drano for 3. Huge shots for Bobby Brown. Can Brindisi respond? That's good look inside. Kicked over to Campogrande for 3. Short. And the rebound over the top of the backboard, out of play. So Campogrande, after making his first, or 3 of his first 4 trays in this game, is now 0 for his last 3. See Brindisi's advantage in the paint is nearly out of bounds baseline there. Satakopoulos lost the handle going up. But look at the passing and the drive inside, converted by Antoine Wiggins. Not the smoothest offensive possession, that, as the bump and the shot not in from Adrian Banks, but draws the foul against Wiggins. Wiggins' 3rd personal. Good shot fake there from Adrian Banks. Out goes Satakopoulos. In comes Zane Knowles again. No points for Knowles in 8.5 minutes, despite having 5 games in double figures this year in the BCL. As Tyler Stone will get a breather here with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Banks to the line for 2. Excellent free throw shooter, Adrian Banks. 83.3% in his European career. Gets them both to go. Former 6th man of the year in Israel 2 seasons ago with Hapoel Tel Aviv. never sure about Sixth Man of the Year awards. It's basically you're the tallest midget. And his baseline shot up and in from Shannon Shorter. Zanelli will again run the show, and good look inside to Brown, who does finish at the rim. Brown now with 13 in this game. Shorter. He loses possession. Zanelli the steal, the drive, and the score. Tough bucket for Alessandro Zanelli. And the lead is only 3 again for PAOK. And that 3 misses absolutely everything for Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown had 41 points for Siena in a EuroLeague win against Fenerbahce back in the 2012-2013 season. Most of anybody in the EuroLeague game this century. But it's a little bit wayward with the radar there from 3, and Brindisi can possibly tie with a tray themselves. Instead, and one, driving, Zanelli. That was unexpected. Gets around Brown, draws the foul from Knowles. And Zanelli, who really more of a Liga 2 level player in his career thus far, struggling in Liga A and in Europe, gets the three-point play, and we are tied up at 68 points apiece. First tie since 2 apiece back at the very start of this game. Brown inside, no foul. Knowles went up, couldn't get the bucket down. Martin, the entry pass, knocked out of bounds by Aaron Best. Brindisi want to pound it inside here. They have the advantage in the paint. He scored 68 points in the paint against Neptunus back on the 11th of December, the most of any club in the paint in the BCL. Instead, they go for 3 as I talk, and they miss. Most inside points in BCL history. As Brown, the floater, no, the rebound tipped and taken down by Zanelli. And looks inside, they get the finish at the rim for the lead. Rafael Gaspardo, the bucket on the long pass from Zanelli. And with 1:40 left in the third quarter, Brindisi has reached the summit. Shorter, Jukes for 3. No. Yes! Got the bounce. And PAOK back in front. Huge momentum killer, maybe, for Shannon Shorter. Alley-oop run and not finished. That was aggressive from Kelvin Martin. On the pass as Shorter, the hesitation. And the baseline floater not up and in from Wiggins. But the ball will stay at this end of the court with exactly 60 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball last off of Zanelli. Not been the best of nights for Bobby Brown, despite his 11 points. Campo Grande will front up defensively as Wiggins checks out for PAOK. Bounce pass finds Shorter. 10 on the shot clock as he goes back near the half-court line. Tough fadeaway, no. Rebound taken by Campo Grande. An exciting finishing prospect here as we approach the end of the third quarter. Into the paint, tough shot, but Gaspardo gets it to go, and Brindisi back in front. Shorter, inside, in a tangle, the tip, no, from Margaritas, and the foul with 14.4 seconds left in the quarter. Shorter letting frustration get the better of him. Free throw missed by Gaspardo. Gaspardo, only a 60% free throw shooter, gets the second. PAOK trailing by 2. Last possession of the third quarter. Soflas drops off, and a foul against the Greeks. Soflas, I think, running, setting a moving screen was the ruling. So a chance for the desperation heave, not up and in. For Brindisi and Adrian Banks, but the third quarter ends with Brindisi in front by 2. 73-71, the Italians leading the Greeks in this key Group D encounter in the Basketball Champions League. Galton now thrashing Dijon 78-55 in the other game in this group. You see the stats through 3 quarters. PAOK still the great shooting from outside, 61%. Brindisi, though, 20 of 30 from inside the arc. Look at some third quarter highlights. Let's check the box score. Tyler Stone still leading Brindisi with 17 points on 7 of 10 shooting. John Brown up to 13 points and 4 rebounds. The only other player in double figures for Brindisi, but Zanelli coming on strong. 8 points for him now. 9 for Campagrande, 8 for Banks, 7 for Gaspardo. 6 for Darius Thompson. He's a bit off his usual pace. As for PAOK, Shorter leading all scorers with 19. Also Aaron Best with 14, Bobby Brown with 11. Adam Smith, 7 points, but on only 2 of 7 shooting. Actually 0 of 4 from inside the arc, Smith, but 2 of 3 from outside it. Wiggins was 7. And Margaritas was 7 as well. Darius Thompson with 4 personal fouls. The one player, both teams in real foul trouble. Soflas has 3 for PAOK. Get back underway in this fourth quarter. The 3-point look is missed. Rebounded Knowles for PAOK. Soflas. Line Shorter. Tough shot from the baseline. Gets it down. Shannon Shorter up to 21. We are back tied at 73 apiece. Scoop and the score there. Converted by Adrian Banks. And the foul on the floor against Shorter. Banks now into double digits, by the way, with 10 points. Aaron Best, who played last season with Ludwigsburg in Germany. Soklas pulls up for three and misses long. Brindisi, foul drawn by Banks. One shorter. Shorter now with 3 personal fouls. As back in comes Tyler Stone. Goes John Brown as the inbound pass is a bit aggressive by Adrian Banks. Not happy with himself. And PAOK again looking to tie or take the lead. Shorter on the perimeter. Pass to Soklas. Screen rolls for the paint and then a tangle inside as Knowles is fouled. Kelvin Martin with his 3rd foul of the game. Pretty clear shove there in the lane. Zanelli back in for Brindisi. Banks just discussing that Aaron inbounds pass, I think. The theory was sound, just the execution that let him down as Best checks out. Soklas, top of the key, 3 drained down by Shannon Shorter again. He's got 24, and PAOK in front. Quick hands by Margaritas. Margaritas playing with his 8th different Greek club, going back to his pro debut all the way back in 2001. A pair of 2nd division titles in Greece. Member at the top of the GBL, the EKO Basket League. It's known for sponsorship reasons right now. Not sure what Campo Grande was looking to do there. It was neither fish nor foul, neither the pass nor the shots. Good hesitation, move and drive. Stuff won't count, but Shorter outfoxing Campo Grande. He will shoot a pair. Shannon Shorter really his coming out party tonight for PAOK since his move from Korea. Did have 20 points in the 110-80 win for PAOK on Saturday against Ionikos. But this a much higher level of opposition than the club currently tied for 7th in the Greek league. Ionikos. A little bit mystifying why Brindisi has struggled as much as they have in this year's Basketball Champions League. Tied for 4th in Lega Basket Serie A in Italy. After finishing 5th in the regular season last year. That 3-point look from Stone misses. Rebound though, grabbed by Gaspardo. Over to Martin. Drives, turns, and off the back iron. The rebound, though, Gaspardo. Drive in the paint, and the foul is drawn. Shorter goes down. It's his 4th foul, you know. That's going to be a very interesting decision forthcoming from Kostas Karolampidis. First free throw in for Martin. PAOK lead back to 2. Missed the second free throw though, so it stays 78-76. Shorter has 3 fouls, by the way, not 4, so he stays in. My apologies. Shorter finds Margaritas. Soklas tied up in the corner. Tough three-point effort there, misses. Thompson with the rebound, brought the ball front court, trying to get into this game a little bit more. Alley-oop inside, brought down by Martin, and he's fouled, and will go to the line. Not sure if that was meant as an alley-oop, but Smith, his first personal. Not an invisible hand there on Kelvin Martin. Martin played his college ball at Charleston Southern in the Big South Conference. Graduated in 2012. Gets both from the stripe here, and so we are back tied again, 78 apiece. 6:48 left in the fourth. Out goes Margaritas. In comes Wiggins for PAOK. Smith in possession for the Greek club. Rolling around looking for the three was best. And rebound taken down. Brindisi, another foul on the ground against PAOK. It's Gaspardo taking the entry pass, and Soklas complaining. Colin Soklas checks back out of this game. You see on the baseline, interesting, Gaspardo's arms reaching behind him. Could have gone the other way. And Zanelli for three, yes! Zanelli feeling it. He's got 11 in this game. Look at the shooting from outside as Brindisi in front, their largest lead of the game. Best into the paint. He's tied up. And then commits the foul. Look at Kelvin Martin. He's pumped up. That's good, stout defending, and it's actually best bumping, I think, Gaspardo, or rather Capagrande. So Capagrande with Brindisi already shooting free throws, misses the first. Could be a long finish to this contest with both clubs having committed a fair number of fouls in this final quarter. Brindisi will be shooting for the rest of the game as they take the 4-point lead. 10th point of the night for Capagrande. Bobby Brown waits for the Knowles screen. Over to Adam Smith. Brown fouled on his way up, they say, so Tyler Stone. Reach behind. Slightly surprising that was called a shooting foul. As Brown makes the first. and the second. Brindisi still setting up shop. Zanelli. That's an awkward pass and taken away. Steals by Knowles into the corner for Smith. He can't get the three. Would have given PAOK the lead with the halfway mark of this fourth and final quarter approaching. Happy Casa Brindisi. 2-point lead. Now near side for three. Stone, no. Brown very deliberately bringing the ball over the timeline. Screen outside. Knowles being physical with Alessandro Zanelli, but foul against the Italian. And so both clubs in the penalty now. Could have gone either way, really. Knowles did not set a solid screen. Best checks out. So now we're getting the official explanation as to why Zane Knowles is going to the line. Only a 53% free throw shooter, Zane Knowles, in his overseas career. From Nassau in the Bahamas, Zane Knowles. It's a second free throw in, and the Brindisi lead is 1, 82-81. Good ball game. Hope you're enjoying this contest. I'm Darren Kilfera. And Stone. Entry pass taken away. Brown. Bobby, that is, PAOK. Into the paint. Denied. Shot block there. Big effort for Tyler Stone, who's now in possession. He goes for the left-handed finger roll, can't get the roll. And then the foul, surely. John Brown knocked to the ground. 6'10" Knowles, the tomahawk. See the position in the lane was right there. It came down hard on Brown to Knowles. Was the block shot at the other end. Brindisi, by the way, the only team yet to have a shot blocked at home in the entirety of this BCL season coming into this game. As John Brown makes the first free throw. And 14 and 11 did Brown against Virtus Roma on Sunday. He is now up to 15 points in this game. Inside 4 minutes. That was wild, but last off with the Brindisi player. Shorter trying to drive baseline. Shot blocked by Gaspardo. Shorter now. Nearly the ball stolen by Thompson. Instead, Shorter tried the three, missed everything, but lucky to keep the ball alive. Shot clock though almost out, and that three goes in somehow from Adam Smith to tie this game up at 84. 3.5 minutes left. And more conflict in the paint, and this call going against Sadakopoulos, I think. Might have been against Wiggins. A personal foul, but it's John Brown to the line. Good form there to give Brindisi the lead again. Gets 2 of 2, the 65% free throw shooter. Back and forth we go. Neither club has led in this fourth quarter by more than 4 points. And another foul. Non-shooting, but Smith will go to the line all the same, as both clubs again in the penalty. Bump by Banks on the floor. Fouls mounting up. First free throw in by Adam Smith. Thompson in the game for Brindisi with 4 personal fouls. 3 players on the court for PAOK with 3, as the second free throw also in. And so happy Casa Brindisi will take time out. The score's level at 86. 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter of this BCL Group D encounter.
Force them left and switch on screens, huh? Offer to do like this. We inbound from here. Now we go into chest, horse chest, okay? Horse chest for head in here. We got Tyler, we got JB, okay? Tyler fake the screen, okay? Slip around JB, okay? So we clear out the space for you to attack. Kelvin, you're on this side. If your man start from mid level. So if your man helps, go for a back door. Okay? Got it? And JB is here. Yeah. Come on, guys. Hey, got it? Come on,
A couple of other final scores in tonight's BCL action. Antwerp Giants defeating Envil Włocławek 99-87. Bamberg, the 91-53 win over VF Riga. The Latvians going down hard. And 2 other games underway. Zaragoza cruising to victory at Dijon. And Hapoel Holon, the 4-point lead over Manresa. With about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter there. Brindisi moves forward, looking to take another lead in this fourth quarter. Pulling up, Banks misses. Rebound falls to Shorter. How can retake the lead for the first time since 78-77 in this fourth quarter? Ooh, nearly communication wires crossed there between Brown and Sarkopoulos. Tough shot there, missing is Brown. Best the rebound, keeps play alive. Shorter drives, dishes, and the offensive foul called on Shannon Shorter. His 4th foul now. The leading scorer in this game with 26. Do you think that Martin had position defensively there? That call could have gone either way, but it favors the Italian club with 2:26 left in the fourth. Martin. Bump there, not called. But now the heave doesn't go. Banks goes down hard. Could have been a foul there. Instead, contact drawn against Smith. And Banks, exactly who Brindisi would want going to the free throw line. Gaspardo checking back in for Kelvin Martin. Makes the first as Adrian Banks. A Memphis native. Looking for his 12th point of the night and gets it. Bobby Brown will eventually get us back underway. Spots an opening and off the glass and in. Quick fire possession for PAOK there to tie things up again. A 17-footer misses for Banks. Off the look from Darius Thompson, so PAOK looking to take the lead here. Nice screen from Margaritas as Brown goes right. Floater, no. Rebound falls kindly for Thompson. .81 seconds left. Brown in the paint was bumped. And possession retained by Brindisi. There was a block there by Margaritas. Going to check the replay, but that did look like a good call for my money. Was a touch. Well, did it come off of Brown last? Question is, did he retain control of the ball after the block? There's the contact. Ooh, that can go either way. Usually you'll stay with the on-court ruling when it's that close. Yeah, there might have been a bump by Sarakopoulos anyway there. We look at this play from every angle. What do you think? Not sure about the length of the delay here. If you can't see it that clearly by now, stick with the ruling on the floor. That would be my personal preference. Whether that's what the rule book says, I don't think so. Probably 60-40 that it's off of Brown last. Now that angle actually might be the best one. I'd say that has come off of Brown, but again, it took so long. Finally, the ruling, and indeed, they have given the ball to PAOK. Timeout taken by Kostas Karalampidis. 88-88, PAOK and Brindisi down to the wire.
I want spacing with fist, 5, but Vangelis after the down screen again, after the down screen, you will go there. This will run for this screen with you. Okay, Salon, you are there. When you attack, flare screen for you. Okay, even if you are late, Vangelis, even if you are late and he's attacking, set the screen.
Hey, set
okay.
the silent screen. Don't move. Wait for it.
Okay,
wait
no moving screen. No moving screen. Okay, don't forget we are on bonus also. Salon.
No moving screens, the first directive from Kostas Karalampidis. Brindisi needing a defensive stop. Brown brings the ball forward as we approach the final minute of this game, and still nothing to separate Brindisi and PAOK. Brown trying to go it alone. Picked out to Shorter. 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up for 3. No. Not a good offensive possession. Brindisi now. Open look, but a foul on the floor. Shot will not count. Hard luck for Tyler Stone. Watch it here, the push. Margaritas buying the call against John Brown, maybe. Went down a little bit theatrically. Brown not happy. His second foul of the game. Remember, the loser of this game effectively out of BCL Group D. Stakes are massive. It's Brown. Off the Sadakopoulos. Tough shot, Adam Smith, 4-3! Wow! Adam Smith coming to the party. Sadakopoulos, the no-look pass outside the arc. And what a bucket for Adam Smith. Struggling from the field tonight. He's still only 4 of 11 even after that shot, but 4 of 6 from deep. And PAOK up by 3.
Okay, and we double screen, head in here. Look, after the double screen, Tyler, you run out like that, okay? And Rafael, save la pala. We screen the ball with JB, okay, to attack. When Tyler's on your side, you look for an open 3-point shot, so Tyler is here, and Rafael is here.
Tense faces in the crowd at the Pala Pentasulia. PAOK 91, Happy Casa Brindisi 88. Thompson to inbound. And the foul. Is that a shooting foul? Banks went down. Vitucci wants the 3 free throws. He was going up. A tricky one, that, as Banks makes the first. And Banks makes the second. Perfect night from the stripe for Adrian Banks. He's got 15 points now. And Brindisi will call the timeout.
Okay, we're gonna make the rebound from here, okay? So we're gonna try to steal or trap and foul, okay? For sure, we're gonna do that. It's clear? We are down 1. So who's getting the inbound? First of all, on all the screens, switch to the 9. Just pay attention on the back door. Switch to the 9. The inbounder here can play also like this. Now, when the ball goes in, if you cannot steal that, you go to trap him, okay, and then foul. All right. So we gotta and then play with the clock. Let's go, guys. Hey, together. 1, 2, 3.
You heard Francesco Vitucci. It's trap and then foul. They have time. They'll need to do something defensively here, but they don't need to be in a super hurry. Oh my goodness. What a time for a technical foul that is. Well, no free throws given. What an ending that could have been. Instead, the trap on Smith in the corner. Ball movement is good. 13 seconds left, and now Brown fouled by Gaspardo. Not the player that Brindisi would have wanted to foul. Brown, an 83.2% free throw shooter coming into this game. He's 4 of 5 from the line tonight. John Brown checks out. Bobby Brown, 2 huge free throws coming up. Misses the first. That changes everything for Brindisi here. They won't need a 3. They don't have any timeouts left. Only PAOK with 1 timeout remaining. Missed them both. Rebound Stone. Four seconds left, the three-pointer to win it, yes! Tyler Stone! It's not over yet, but Stone, who had the game-winning tip-in at the buzzer on game day 2 against Bonn, might just have done it for happy Casa Brindisi. Back to the monitor we go. Question of whether Stone's foot was on the line. Definitely not. 1.4 seconds maybe. Clearly a 3 for Tyler Stone, who now has 20 points. His 4th 3 of the evening. Came to Brindisi from Piratas de Quebradillas in Puerto Rico in the summer. Played with Cantu as well in Italy last year, as well as in Russia with Krasnoyarsk. He's been wandering of late, but the son of the former Atlanta Hawks draft pick James Bradley manages to drain what looks like the game winner here. PAOK with a timeout. 1.6 was the signal. That'll be the time left on the clock. And Brindisi may just have done enough to stay alive in the BCL. PAOK has to go the full length of the floor in 1.6 seconds. Brown, the heave for the win. No! And Brindisi hangs on and stays alive in Basketball Champions League Group D. What a finish. MVP was the call. Tyler Stone had 27 points and 19 rebounds against Zaragoza on game day 7. But the 20 points he gets in this game on 8 of 14 shooting, 7 rebounds as well, may just propel Brindisi into the knockout stage of the Basketball Champions League for the first time in their young history. Hard luck for the traveling Greeks. Their BCL campaign is effectively finished. They fall to 4 wins and 8 losses on the season. Brindisi up to 5-7. Still 1 game back of the promised land. Besiktas in 4th place on 6-6. Brindisi plays Szombatse of Hungary next week. Both of those clubs on 5-7. That'll be a loser leaves town match again. But Brindisi's still very much alive in this 2019-2020 Basketball Champions League. Really good contest. Plenty of offense for both clubs. And Brindisi, despite trailing for most of the game, right from the opening stages of the first quarter, they trailed from 3-2 until 70-68. The 4th quarter went back and forth, and eventually Aaron Banks, John Brown, Tyler Stone, and the rest of the Happy Casa Brindisi squad emerged victorious. Great moment for Tyler Stone, really cementing his burgeoning reputation with the Italian fans still further. See the final tail of the tape. Great shooting again for both teams. PAOK at 50% on the game in total. Brindisi again pounding it in the paint. A few more assists, 1 more steal for the Italians. But really, this game on a knife's edge, right to the final buzzer. Top scorers, Shorter leading everyone with 26 points. Smith with 15, Brown with 15 for PAOK. Stone with 20 to lead Brindisi, including the most important basket of the game, a 3-point dagger with 1.6 seconds left on the clock. Some highlights from that final quarter. Shannon Shorter proving his worth. He finished with 10 of 18 shooting on the night. Adrian Banks getting the roll on that penetration. Banks finishing with 14 points in 26 minutes of action. PAOK doing very well from the perimeter throughout this game. Shorter again coming up big there. Nice cameo for Alessandro Zanelli on the night. Finished with 11 points on 4 of 5 shooting. One of his best performances in the BCL this year. That was an amazing shot. Clock ticking down by Adam Smith. Finished with 15 points, only on 4 of 11 shooting, but all 4 of those buckets from deep. Bobby Brown, former NBA player, didn't always have the answers in this game for PAOK, but that was one of his big buckets in this 4th quarter. Did miss those 2 crucial free throws prior to the Stone 3 laid on. That was a great look by Sarakopoulos outside to set up that key 3 for Adam Smith. That looked like it might have set up PAOK to win this game. See that play one more time. The clock ticking all the way down. Smith thought he'd done it, but instead, the dish outside and the key game-winning bucket from Tyler Stone. The 28-year-old American won the game for Happy Casa Brindisi, and there are up-to-date standings. Brindisi and Saint-Bate meeting next week, trying to move up to a 6-7 record and hope that Besiktas drops points. I'm Darren Kilfair. Thanks so much for being with us in this exciting BCL encounter. Until tomorrow, the BCL is over for now. So long, everyone.